For Project 2, we decided to pick our customer segment of people who do yoga, otherwise known as yogis. We interviewed over 40 people, and here's just a small sample size of them. A few assumptions that we had for the problems people doing yoga had to deal with is joint pain, the cost of yoga, and the amount of work and sweat you put in. The first problem statement was more focused on the wrist pain, but after listening to our first round of customer discovery, we changed a little bit.
Hot yoga or just a yoga thing, one of the worst things that could go wrong is which honestly it's not that big of a deal, but like you could have a nip slip. Another thing that could go wrong is just like if you're with someone who's new and they're like trying to talk to you during class. Yoga etiquette is definitely like if you're coming in and you're a first timer, you want to set up towards the back. If it's a room with mirrors, you don't want to set your mat up directly in front of someone. Those Lululemon mats that are like super cute and super plush, they're terrible for hot yoga because all of your disgusting toxin-filled sweat gets in there and it never comes out. There's this one like really thin towel mat from Lululemon that I took to class one time. It was terrible. I was like falling all over the place. We make everyone, especially like beginners sometimes don't realize, use towels. Because if you don't have a towel, you're going to like slide all over the place because you sweat on your mat and it's just like one of those slip and slides. You're standing with your feet apart. If you don't have like something to cause friction there, you can't do the posture. Your teacher will say again and again, like, try not to adjust your mat, try not to adjust your towels. Like, those little movements mess up with like the flow of your class and your meditation.
The problems we discovered through our initial customer discovery were slippery mats, wardrobe mishaps, disobeying yoga rules, and smelly mats. Levi Tatil, a yoga instructor in Ann Arbor, also verified these same problems. We also found that for people who haven't done yoga or for their first time in yoga, it can be quite a nerve-wracking experience.
Why do you think you haven't done it?
I think yoga in general, the way that it is where everyone is kind of all in one room and you kind of have to constantly keep up with what's going on, I find that a little bit uncomfortable. They kind of mix their classes between like higher level people and lower level people, and they're all kind of moving along, and I'm pretty bad at keeping up in those kind of situations. So I worry that I'm gonna look like an idiot doing stupid things or messing up some pose or something.
From the new information we learned in our customer discovery, we changed our problem statement to focus solely on the slippery mats. And we also wanted to find a way on how could we incorporate this anxiety of doing yoga into a solution for our mats. To get more information, we took a trip down to Lululemon to talk to their salesmen and see if we can get some new insight. The employees at Lululemon were super helpful. One of them told us about a customer that came in looking to buy a new mat to actually help the slippery mat problem he was facing in hot yoga. Another one of the employees told them that she wishes there was some type of grip system that can be put on the Lululemon mats because currently they're only good for their comfortability. But if you want to stop the slipperiness, you actually need to buy a separate towel to put over these mats. The final problem statement focuses on the slippery mat problem and how it interrupts people's workouts and causes a major distraction to the entire class. Our solution are non-slip yoga mats with comfortable rubber grips that eliminate the slipping. We also wanted to add a cool quote that you can put onto your mat. When purchasing the mat online, you can tell us your yoga experience. Then when you get the mat, you'll get a personalized letter from us showing our appreciation. And you can put on your awesome quote. Reaching out to people we interviewed and to new people as well. We got 26 emails of people interested in buying our mat.
That I'm making a non-slip yoga mat. It's kind of similar to yours. It's going to be a little bit thinner, 3 millimeters, and they're going to have these rubber grips on both sides, and it'll help with the sweat, and you won't be like slipping as much. And if you want, you can here take a look at this. These mats here.
Well, how much is it?
Well, the Lululemon ones is $60, and that one is going to be comparable to the price of Lululemon. For the improvement that you're going to get, it'll be a lot better than the $24 one with the slipping, and the $60 one will eliminate all of that and it'll improve your experience with it.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe $60 right now is a little bit too expensive for me. The quote isn't really my thing. If I could get the coat without paying it like $60, that'd be
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it's a good idea because that definitely solves the problem of like slipping and potentially hurting yourself. I would definitely buy it, and I think a lot of other people would buy it.